So hello everybody and welcome to my merchandise update for December, the everything that I got for Christmas, which is a video that, you know, I've obviously already been planning to do. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so apologies that I haven't been posting that many merchandise videos of the late. I didn't get that much merch really of recently until Christmas, obviously. So with that said, let's just move into the merchandise video, starting off with some of the Doctor Who items, then moving into some of the more miscellaneous items that I got for Christmas. So first off, we'll start with a Big Finish audio, which is the War Master, the Master of Kallus, which looks very small on the frame, so I'll just zoom on that. So the War Master 2 is something that I've been looking for a while. I had my fingers crossed that my parents would get it for me for Christmas, and the rest is history, I guess you could say. I'm really glad I got it. So looking at the packaging, it's a lot thinner than my War Master 1. I'll just get that for a second. Yeah, as you can see, the first one features 4 separate discs, whereas this one is very much a bumper pack set, if you can see that there. But I am very, very happy to have it. Yeah, so the War Master has always been a series that I've been wanting to invest in ever since I, listened to the first one, and I'm glad that they've released a second box set. As of that, I can't wait to listen to this because it looks very good. I don't know anything about the stories, mind. So we got Call for the Dead, Glittering Prize, Presidents of Dreams, and Sins of the Father. Looks really interesting, actually. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the second item in this merchandise video. So the second item that I got for Christmas is the 8th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver, which is also out of frame. So I am really glad to have the 8th Doctor Screwdriver because I did have one of my own, but I modified it, and then not long after that it broke, surprise surprise, so it's a good thing having this collection now, which is really brilliant. Alright, so, wow, that's loud. That's cool. I'm glad to have this piece again because, like I say, it is a cool screwdriver, and it is the first screwdriver that I ever saw on Doctor Who. I know it's very simple and bare bones, but I do really, really like it, to be honest. I like the simplicity of this screwdriver. I wish that this toy, though, was a bit more screen accurate, though, but in any case, here you are. That was the 8th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. So now, moving on into the next item in this collection video is another screwdriver, funnily enough. 2 screwdrivers in a row, crazy. So this screwdriver is in fact the 13th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver, which is a screwdriver design that I wasn't too keen on at first, but it's not too bad. So anyway, let's just open up this toy. Alrighty, and here we go. Get this bad boy out. Right, okay, so the pull me tab. Alright, there we go. Oh, okay. Right. Oh, okay. That's really odd designing. Let me just turn off the light. Okay, so here's the screwdriver. Yeah, so there's a button on this top bit here. Let me just focus. The button on here. So it doesn't do anything. It's the button underneath that turns it on. This one is just for show, really. This one. It's cool, I guess. I do like that it glows like throughout the whole body of the screwdriver rather than just the tip this time, which is cool. But yeah, I mean the LED light is very cool at least. But yeah, it's an interesting design, I'll say that much. It is a bit odd how the button is on the underside of the grip. But yeah, interesting. And so, bloody hell, that was blinding, wasn't it? It's like someone regenerated in it. So yeah, the 13th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. It's an interesting design. It's probably the most unique screwdriver designs that we've seen on the show. Doesn't mean it's bad. It does intrigue me as to like what made them choose like this, which is cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that figure. Let's move on to the next item in the collection. So, the next item in this collection video is an odd one. It will catch everyone by surprise. It caught me by surprise, and apparently it was not meant to be this figure that I was supposed to be getting. It was meant to be a variant of this figure. I'll just bloody show you it. So it is. So it's the 13th Doctor figure doll, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yes, it comes with a, a sonic screwdriver, as you can see there. Yeah, apparently my parents did order the 5-inch 13th Doctor, or they thought they did at least. And then they ended up getting this in the post, and so yeah, I mean, the likeness is good, I guess, to Jodie. It doesn't half make you feel like she's staring into your soul though, with those eyes. Anyway, so yeah, there's nothing really else to say about this figure. It's just kind of there, I suppose. It's interesting, to say the least, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this figure. So let's just move this out of the frame so we don't give anyone nightmares. So moving on to another item. So I'm not sure how many people watched this show as it was being aired, but this show was my childhood, and I finally got a full box set of the show so that I can watch. So it is the complete Primeval series. That is series 1 to 5. So Primeval was a show that I loved as a kid. It was nearly as good as Doctor Who. It got 3 seasons, and then it got cancelled, and then it got brought back for 2 final seasons, and it was great. And obviously then there was that Canadian Primeval and Primeval New World, whatever the fuck that shit was. But no, this is true Primeval. The other Canadian thing doesn't exist. But no, this is absolutely brilliant. This was my childhood. Obviously, I did already purchase this, which is in fact the Primeval Seasons series 1 to 3. Oh, dear me. As you can see in there, it has the 3 seasons. And this box set was my childhood, but I wore it down so much that on series 3, all of the DVDs have scratches on them now. They are all so worn down. Whenever I play an episode of series 3, it always pauses at a certain point, and it really saddened me that I couldn't watch some of my favourite Primeval episodes. And obviously series 2 and series 3 were the best parts of the show. Some episodes of series 2 I couldn't play either, which is madness. But yeah, I'm so glad to finally have series 1 to 5, the full thing, in a box, and I'm so happy that I finally have it. Right, trying my absolute hardest not to rip anything. This box. Right, we are in. Here we go. Right, so opening this bad boy up. So, oh, look at that. Ooh, it has all of the Primeval episodes. It's so good. I'm so glad to have the whole show in my collection in one box, and it's just so fulfilling. I'm just so happy. I loved Primeval as a kid, and I'm just so glad to finally have it here with me in my collection now. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the next item in this collection. And so, moving on into the next item in my collection, we have 2 CDs. They're not Doctor Who, they're not drama related, they're music. So I'm not sure how many of you know this or got the impression, but I'm very much into the sort of rock and metal scene of music, and so my parents decided to get me the Number of the Beast album by Iron Maiden. And yeah, I've always loved Iron Maiden. I even got into it when I was very young, along with my other friends at school. So I'm very, very happy to have this album because it has some of my favourite songs in there, like Run for the Hills, we have 22 Acacia Avenue, we've got Number of the Beast, we've got Gangland, Total Eclipse. There are just some really good songs in this album that I really enjoy. And speaking of albums, I also managed to receive, as a Christmas gift, my the Avenged Sevenfold album, Sounding the Seventh Trumpet, which I am very happy to have, because Avenged Sevenfold is one of my favourite bands of all time, and they have such a mix of metal and rock and obviously alt music, and it's just a lovely mixture of music, and having their first album finally is brilliant. I'm very happy to have it, honestly. It's just such a good one to have. And while we're on the topic of Avenged Sevenfold, I also received the pendant of theirs, their insignia, as you can see right here, the Death Bat right here. God, it looks so cool on camera, I'm not even gonna lie. And along with that, I also received a bracelet, which looks really cool as well, so I can jam out to metal while wearing that cool swag. Why don't I just say swag unironically? So yeah, that does it for the albums and miscellaneous items. Let's move on to the last item. And so the last item in the collection, it may not be a particularly like flashy item, or it may not be a particularly like special item to the average eye, but to me it's quite a special one, to be honest. It is Strangers Pray at Night, the DVD. So The Strangers 2, the movie, is one of my favourite films of all time, I'll have you know. So obviously I watched the first one on DVD and it scared the living crap out of me. It was such a good film, The Strangers. And now I finally receive the second one on DVD. Obviously it came out earlier this year, and now it's finally been released on DVD and Blu-ray. And I'm just so happy to have it, because when I watched it at the cinema, I watched it with my dad, I was expecting to be scared out of my wits. I wasn't. I'm going to put it out there. I was not scared at all. This is not a very scary horror film at all, really. It's not scary. It's one of the tamest horror films ever. But I really enjoyed it, purely because of how well directed it is, like how well acted it is. It's got and how well written it is, and the music in this film is so good. And for me, who's someone who's into 80s music, like, I'm just so glad of like how well directed this film is. I'm just so happy to have it. So yeah, I'm just gonna open this DVD up now. Like, I'm not gonna spoil the film for you, but that particular swimming pool scene is one of the best directed pieces of film and television I've ever seen in my life. It's so well directed. So yeah, with that said, let's move on and wrap up this video and round up all the items that I got in this video. And so that will do it for this collection video today, guys. I very much hope you enjoyed it. This was it. This was all of the stuff that I got for Christmas this year. I'm happy with what I got this year. Such a variety, and I'm just, yeah. So that'll do it. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.